well as it should. And in the meantime, let me do this. Okay. So where are you, Queen? All right. Okay, everybody. I do want to thank you for joining me this evening. She is having an ascension program. It is this coming weekend here in Brooklyn. It's going to be at the Marriott Hotel. And there is a link that I put in the private chat that Jazz Aphrodite will be posting. So if you want to know all the details, it's August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And it is an ascension program. It's about the sisterhood. It's also with the wellness warriors, can't leave the brothers out. And wherever she is, I hope she's joining us. I did speak with her earlier today. Anyway, let me get the sponsors. It's brought to you by Vanessa and Corey Best out in England. I'm going to be their guest there in London on the 23rd of next month. There will be access, I think, to King Simon and others where you can actually view it online if you choose to. The sponsor is brought to you by Queen Bee, better known now as Melinda Valentine. She is offering a service it's a tremendous service on her summer sale. I don't know whether it's today, July the 20th, or yesterday. I'm seeing that. And it will include your key charts, questions, in-depth write-up, 1-hour video consultation. She is very serious about what she does. So call her at 302, or text rather, at 302-9492-7122, all those twos. And of course, King Simon, this is July, so we're now in part 2. To go to the Anatomy of Numeration, just go to patreon.com, King Simon Productions. Also, Manifest on Purpose with Miss Kimberly, Kimbaley. She's also providing a service for business persons who want to take a astronumerical look at their business. And in fact, she is rated the 4th top astronumerologist in this field. Just go to Kimberly, Kimbaley.com at the bottom. The consultation is complimentary. So for those of you who may have been affected by these mass layoffs or whatever, you want to get something up and running and look at it from a astronumerical perspective to kind of get it off the ground that is successful, please take advantage of her offer. Also, let's see, Brother Uchenna Hackett, or Dr. Hackett, really will be having his book available soon. He is one of my sponsors. Also, Jazz Aphrodite, she will be starting her Numerology Mastery Institute in around about the 2nd week of August. So make sure you are all on board. Also, saving the best for last, well, they're all the best, which is Monique of Nicholas, Brooklyn, at 1396 Fulton Street in Brooklyn, New York City. All right. And so those are our sponsors. And I don't know what's going on, so we may have to wing it. But we'll see what's going on. Okay, so let me do this. And before I start, let me give you the forecast for today. Please like, share, and subscribe. I will not, or Lloyd, Live with Lloyd, or LWL, or myself, will never DM you for money. There are a lot of schemes, so many schemes, man. I mean, it's really ridiculous. You think people would, if they're going to create something, create their own job or something like that. But hey, what do I know? But anyway, if anybody has asked you for money in my behalf, it's a scam. I've been on now 3 years as of this month on the 14th of July. I don't believe one time asked you, and I will ask that you get my newsletter that's free. I will say, listen, if you want to learn palmistry, that's one thing. If you want to learn numerology, that's one thing. But never will I DM you for money or use the word, hey, love. I don't talk like that to my clients. I really don't. And even the people I know closely, I rarely talk to them like that word. So at any rate, this is Monday, July 21st. The sun is in Cancer. This time on Wednesday, the moon will definitely be in Leo, but right now it's in the last vestiges of Cancer. The moon is in Gemini, It's a 7 universal month, 11 universal week, a 1 universal day. So for those under the signs of Leo, Aquarius, Aries, or if you're born on the 1st, 4th, 10th, 13th, 22nd, oops, I left out the 19th. There you go, 19th, 22nd, 28th, or 31st of the month. Well, this is your day. One thing about doing these things live, when you don't have editors or anything behind you, you try not to make mistakes, but I do. Sometimes I'm embarrassed, but longest, let me tell you this, I don't make deliberate mistakes. I don't do that, but I'm human. So as long as I'm a human being, I will make mistakes. Not that I'm trying to excuse it, but still, it could be tight. So let me say this before I go on. I was really surprised to hear this morning the passing of Michael Jamal Warner. And, every now and then on the internet, they'll say so-and-so died. I'll go check, and it's just rumor. So I figured it was one of these, you know what I'm saying? Oh, now he's died. But unfortunately, it's true. He passed away yesterday on July 20th in Cahuta Limon province of Costa Rica at the Playa Grande. Evidently, he was there vacation with his family, and he got caught up in high currents and unfortunately lost his life. And what happens is by the way, this image is from IMB site. That's where it is. IMBD. Yes, IMBD. That's the site that this image is coming from. And so this is him. Now, let me say this was interesting. He was born on August the 18th of 1970. And he passed away yesterday on July the 20th of 2025. So me, and imagine the numerology students that I know and people that I know have probably done the analysis. And one of the things is one of the major opposition numbers to the number 9 is the number 2. Give an example. What I did on my app, on my Star 8 app that all of you have, and the beauty of my app now is you can substitute your name and put in the name of anybody you want to know. And in this case, I substituted and put in Malcolm Jamal Warner's name. As you see at the bottom under key numbers, his favorable numbers are the 9, 1, and 4. His major opposition number is the number 2, the number 8, the number 6. Now, what does that mean? That means the 2nd, the 6th, the 8th of the month, the 11th, because 1 and 1 is 2, the 15th, because 1 plus 5 is 6, then the 17th, because 1 plus 7 is 8, then the 20th, then the 24th, because 2 plus 4 is 6, the 26th, 2 plus 6 is 8, or the 29th of the month. Well, yesterday, and by the way, one of the most stressful periods for the month of July, of the number 9 is the month of July. And also he was in his 52-day critical cycle. So what I did was, for those of you who have my app, you have a calendar. So when you click on the calendar, this was the calendar for yesterday. On the 20th, it was a double red star day. Now, here's what it means. It doesn't mean that you're going to, that's going to be the end of time and all this stuff. But perhaps had he known this, maybe, because, it's easy because I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. I don't know how far he went. But maybe I just put my big toe in the water rather than get out there to kind of dive. I really don't know what the conditions was, but I know it is so unfortunate. And what my app is designed to do is to guide you as to days that are green, that are favorable for you. And I call these red, which means go slow, or no, which means that he would have went slow. So when I saw that he passed away on the 20th, 9 is fire, 2 is water. So we know how that goes, okay? And it is just crazy how it went. But let me tell you about his number. He was born on the 18th, which is a 9, okay? He was 54 years old, which is a 9. And although he passed away yesterday on July the 20th of 2025, believe it or not, ironically, it was a 9 universal day. So there's the universal day, and that is taking the month, the day, and the year. And then there's his personal day. So as for his personal day, he would have been in an 8 personal year. He would have been in a 6 personal month, which was one of his stress numbers. And it would have been in an 8 universe, a personal day. So it seems that if all of his numbers was, in other words, let me say this. It's not about being paranoid. That is not the purpose. It is the purpose to kind of, all of us going to leave this planet. There's no question. It's how we're going to do it, what kind of style, what kind of frame we're going to hold when we leave. But all of us are going to leave this planet. But, let us try to give life a run for its money. Let us try to take it as far as we humanly can until the Creator says that's it, it's a wrap. Okay, then of course we don't have no choice. But perhaps had he known that this would have been a 6, and how do I get that? I put August the 18th, and then when I put the year 2025, and this year 2025 is a 9, by the way. So all the things you would have thought would have been a great year for him, a 9 year, it's a 9 universal year. He's 54 until August the 18th. He would have been 55. He's by 8 o'clock, I do believe, by the way. And so, but the fact that yesterday was a 9 universal day, you would have thought that that was okay. But for him, that's why there's the universal numbers, and then there is your personal numbers. So when I did his August the 18th to 2025, it's an 8 personal year. So I know that that's a year that represents money and power and authority and achievement, things like that. But that's also one of his opposition numbers. That's a check. Because as you see here, his opposition numbers are the 2, the 8, and the 6 in that order. So with him being in an 8 year, it's significant, but still do things with caution. So then when I add 8 to the 7th position month, 8 plus 7 is 15, and 1 plus 5 is 6. That is his 3rd opposition number. All right. And then when I put his 6th personal month to the 20th day, 2 plus 6 plus 2 is 8. So all to me, but this is what I do. And the people who study numerology with me know how we do this. And all I'm saying is that perhaps had he known, perhaps had he been advised, that maybe it would have made a difference. I understand he's married. He has a daughter. To his credit, he kept her name and his daughter's name out the limelight. So nobody, maybe over time with the funeral arrangement, they'll know who it is. But right now, he deliberately made sure that, Hollywood is all up in everybody's business. So he made sure that was not the case. And so, as I said, so had he had the app, and all you got to do is go to your Android or Apple Store and download it. It's the Star 8 app, ASTAR number 8, ASTAR the number 8. And again, I've designed it now where you can put in your birthday, the birthday of somebody you're interested in. That's what I did with this case. But then when I looked at the map, all it did was confirm for me that 2 is one of his stress numbers. July is one of his stress months, which is why it was. So it's just unfortunate. And he was in his 52-day critical cycle that started on June the 27th. By the way, I recommend that you all pick up this book by Jazz Aphrodite. It is a book where the book is very detailed, but what it does is also tell you when you are in what is called your critical cycle. The critical cycle is a period, well, it's a cosmic cycle. Some call it the Rosicrucian cycle, but the basic of it is this. It's a cycle that goes from birthday to birthday. And there are 7 divisions, which is interesting about 7. And each of the divisions are 52 days in length. The start of the first cycle is on his birthday. So had Jamal lived until and celebrated his birthday on the 18th in about 3 weeks, he would have been starting his first 52-day cycle, which is called the reputation cycle, which means whatever you get. As you're coming back around to the birthday, and when I looked at it, I think it was on June, let me see. this is a great book to have, definitely a good reference book to have. So it's August 18th. So its critical cycle started on June the 27th. So there's 7 phases. So the first phase is your first 52 days, right? Then as you're coming back around to your birthday, the last 52 days coming back around to your birthday is a critical cycle. Marvin Gaye was shot and killed one day before his birthday on the 1st of April. Okay, in the year, I think it was 1984 in DC, California, one of those by his dad. Teddy Pendergrass was caught in a car accident that left him paralyzed 52 days before his birthday. There's a lot of incidents where people have lost their lives or met with challenges in their 52-day critical cycle. And if you want to know your 7 phases of your cycles and when best to do things and time it, this is one of the good books to have right here. It is called Numbers Felt, Cards Dealt, okay? And I'm saying this. Now, there are other books too, but this is an easy reference book. This is a book I kind of keep near me. So if I want to think about the cycles and whatnot, I don't know where Queen Afua is, bless her soul. I think that if I did send the link of the event to into the private chat, so perhaps Jazz Aphrodite will get that and post it where you can at least visit. I have no idea where she is. And then what I'm going to do is save. There's something I want to show you where I want to save it until save it to Wednesday, because I was going to get into it today. There's a lot to it, but I don't want to. It is this family here. They are the Drake family out of Apple Valley, California. Now, she's a mother of 4, but she just had a baby on July the 7th. That's the little one sitting in her lap. All 4 of her children are born on the same day. Now, some numerologists shared this with me yesterday. Nick and Portia and all them, they all get together and they brainstorm. So they we all kind of look out for each other, but they pass this on to me. But I have a lot more information for you that I want to share. Every single one of them was born on the same month and day of July the 7th. And so Wednesday, I'm going to go into more details about them. I'm going to look at all of the children's, their destiny numbers or life path numbers. There's a couple other things I'm going to take into consideration too, but this is what I'm going to do. And they all have other things in common over and above their month and date, which is the July the 7th. So that means, let me tell you this, that means she's going to have some old children on her hands, okay? I can tell you this right now, all at the same time. It also tells me too that these children are going to be very spiritual. They're 7. They're born in the 7th month on a 7th day, okay? And so there's going to be a lot that I'm going to be sharing about these children, but I'm going to save it until Wednesday because I also have a numerologist coming on too. Her name is Kanaya, and she is a Virgo 9 person. So she's going to be sharing the program with me this coming Wednesday. We're going to be talking about shop. Now, she relates to music. She relates to numbers and music. So she's got one of the beauties of all the numerologists I've met and dealt with. They all bring to the table their uniqueness of how they express themselves through astronumerology. All right. And so she is going to be with me on, she's going to be with me on Wednesday. Okay. So with that said, what I'll do, since she is not here yet, that is Queen Afua, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my comments. Oh, by the way, excuse me, let me do this. Every now and then I will miss somebody, and I saw that I missed somebody. Okay. Hold on one second. This is Queen.
Yes, how do I get on? My email isn't happening.
Well, I sent the link to you. I sent them to both of you.
What did you send it to? Did you send it to my 929 number?
No, I sent it to your emails, and I figured it would be passed on to
My
you.
email isn't working. I have to get something's happened with my email.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that.
And I just saw that. I just saw went to it.
Okay.
To it.
Don't worry.
My
Don't
sister,
worry.
her family member passed away. So
Don't
she's not
worry.
here.
Don't worry. My condolences with that. Here's what we're going to do. I'm on live now. And so I'm into the rhythm of it. So what I'm going to do is have you on for a portion of Wednesday. So between then and now, we'll get whatever straight so you can be on to at least talk about the event. I have mentioned it. Of course, I don't do as good job as you because you are the founder of this. But I did enough and it's being posted. Okay. Now, Jackie says to text it to you. I don't know how. Let me see something. I'm going to try to do something here. Let me see. I'm gonna do that right now. I think. Yes, I got it. Hold on. That's why I was telling people about doing it live. Okay, I've got it. I copied the link. Thank you, Jazz Aphrodite. Now I'm going to send it to you, Queen Afua.
My cell phone.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Is it 267?
No, wait a minute.
Oh, I got you. No, I got it. Okay. I just sent it to you. Okay. Okay. So join me in a minute. Take your time. Okay. Good enough. Bye-bye. All right. There you go. See, this is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about when the show is live. Okay. Without producers or anything like that. And I do appreciate all of you who said, like, man, what kind of show is this guy running? Okay. So it's not $1 zillion show, but you know what? It's my show. And I enjoy doing this show. All right. So while she's getting it together, I do want to, I noticed that a person on last Wednesday had sent a donation that I missed. So when I do that, what I try to do is make up by saying, okay, I'll post it this month. Posted the following segment. So Mariah Harris 444 question. It was a question edited, born on 9/15. So she's a Taurus 6, thinking about a negative situation that includes a 3 person who's a Cancer, July 21st, whose birthday is today, in fact, interestingly enough, and also a number 9 person whose birthday is 10/27/91. And she's been seeing the numbers of 222, which is a 6. By the way, her numbers are the 6, 3, and 9, right? So 222 is a 6, 333 is a 9, 444 adds to 12, and 1 plus 2 is 3, 555 is 15, her date of birth, which adds up to a 6, and the last number is 515. Okay. Jackie, I did get your text. I sent it to her, as y'all may have heard. So I guess she has to do whatever she has to on her end, but I definitely sent it to her text. She said she's got it too. So hopefully she'll be joining us in a few. But in the meantime, let me say this. Here's what's interesting about your situation, Mariah. When I looked at your birthday, you happen to be in a 2 or 11 personal year, all depending on how you do it. Okay. Now, 2 is a transitional cycle, which means things are kind of iffy up in the air. Your best numbers are always the 6, 3, and 9. So in this case, 1 is a 3. That's good. 1 is a 9. But what happens is, astrologically, the opposition sign to your sign of Taurus is the opposition sign of Scorpio, which is the October the 27th of 91. It doesn't mean that opposites can't get along. If you have an understanding of each other, yes, you can. All right. And by the way, their numbers, that is the one October 27th, his numbers are the 9, 6, and 3. Now, as for the Cancerian, whose birthday is today, his numbers are the 3, 2, and 7. So the one actually on October the 27th has your numbers more so, and 3 of your 3 numbers, and the one of Cancer only has 1 of your 3 numbers. So I would say that one would be a better choice, kind of speak. And the person, the Scorpio, is in a 1 personal year, which means he might be smelling himself. Ironically, the Cancer, July 21st, is in a 1 personal year also. So that means they're more about self, me, myself, and I. So maybe that may explain some of the things where they're more about me, where you're in a cycle that's more about we. So maybe that is it. But I can tell you this, if I did do this right, and let me do this 1 second, that's 5, 15, 20, 25. This is my way to see 15. Yep, you happen to be in a master number 11 personal year. So actually, this is a year to be highly evolved, to be very honest with you. And you'll find that cancers will be very compatible to you because you're earth sign and cancer's water, like this cancer here. I don't know what's going on with them. I know they appear to be, one appears, they tend to be, both of them, well, the one on birthdays today is definitely younger than you. And so I don't know whether that's the case. So when you're thinking about a negative situation, I don't know what that means. But anyway, the 222 tells me there's some adjustments. The 999s means there's some ending or some dreams come true. The 444s means you got to be careful of somebody taking advantage of you in terms of your resources, your name, your reputation, goodwill, finances. 555 simply means some kind of money, gifts, or favors will be bestowed to you. And 515 simply denotes trials and tribulations or great difficulty to contend with if you are not careful. But right now you're in a 2. So if I add your 2 personal cycle to the 7th position month, you're in a 9 particular month for July. So that may explain why you might say, okay, I need to wrap this up or get some things out the way. But nonetheless, your key numbers are the 6, the 3, and the 9. All right. So I'm answering that. So anyway, until she gets here, she does have the information. So it's just a matter of her linking when she gets on. Okay. And thank you, Carlette, saying she loves the app. I do too. My app is really designed. Actually, my app started out as a business app. I only did it for business people. Business people like to plan ahead. Some plan for the year, some plan years ahead. And what they would do is they would bring me a calendar for the year, and they know to have it. If I don't have it, they bring a red marker and a green marker. The green marker was always their best days, dates, and months. And the red one was their stress days, dates, and months. And so with that, because they rotate every year, this is something that they found very useful for them to make business decisions. But I began to find that a whole lot of people, especially non-business people, kind of want to know how to plot their days too. So again, in the case of, unfortunately, of Malcolm Jamal Warner, when I knew his birthday, I could have said, well, your stress birthdays are always the 2, the 8, and the 6 in that order, because there's a sequence. 2 is always the main opposition, then 8, then the number 6. So in this case, unfortunately, all of it came together. I should have done it on paper, but I didn't know I would get into this because I had anticipated Queen Afua, and I just want to acknowledge his birthday and show you how it looks like if you had an app. So for all of you who have your app, all of you got your key numbers in green, your challenging numbers in red. And then on the main landing page, so let me just show you what I mean. I didn't show all of it. But on the main landing page, to the right of these numbers, just the top, you will see there's a calendar indicated. And when you click on that calendar, it opens up into something like this. And I've designed it whereby you can either swipe left or swipe right. You can swipe back to find out June, May, April, March, February, January, or you can swipe it forward to August, September, October, November, December. But it will tell you your personal weeks, your personal month, your personal day. And when you click on the calendar in and of itself, it will tell you about the day itself, the conditions of that particular day. So and this is how I got this started. And and it took a while for the developers to figure that out. And then I got to give credit to Jazz Aphrodite with her technical knowledge in computers. She was the one that helped solve this situation, that the people understood how to do this, that you see the results you see. So yes, so when I talk about Jazz Aphrodite on a whole lot of levels, she has helped me way beyond most people imagine, her and King Simon and other people. But My thing is give credit where credit is due, and I have no shame in my game. And so God bless her, because they could not get it together on the other end of working on this until Jazz put it together, however she did it. And when she got it, they understood. And this is the result you see. So the app is free. It is a, what is called, freemium, which means some of it is free, but if you want, much of it is free. But if you want the bells and whistles, there's if he is like cents, pennies a day. Okay. But do get it. So until Queen Afua comes on, let me do this. Yes. Okay. Hold on. Let me start back at the top. I thank you. Come on, Queen Afua, where are you? Anyway, it's going to be at the Marriott Hotel in Brooklyn. Okay. And yes, it is Earth. Although I didn't get out at all, today was a beautiful day. Okay. And let me see. And peace and blessing to you blissfully. And Maureen, thank you. And Shani West, I got to have her back on. When I had her on, I don't think it was Mercury retrograde, but maybe that's it, because we're in Mercury retrograde right now. All this kind of confusing, because now y'all heard me text her and she said she got it, but she's not here yet. So, and then she found out that she had a relative pass away. I don't know whether it was today or yesterday. Then the email is not working. That is to be expected when Mercury is retrograde. That is exactly because it rules communications. And so when it is retrograde, or simply means slow down. It's to give you an illustration, those that live in a city like New York, in the subway system, there's the express and the local. They're at a point in the tunnel where they're going together at the same speed, right? But as the local is pulling into the station, it begins to slow down, which to the express gives the impression it's going backwards. It's not going backwards, it's slowed down. And that's what it means. Communication slows down. Lord, you said 2. No, you said 3. Man, you know what I mean? No, I don't know what you mean. Mishaps, misunderstandings, missteps, misdirections, misfocus, misplaced, whatever that miss is on the front of it, all of that. So it is wise to think before you say something, especially in emotional moments, hot moments, moments of arguments or confrontation. You don't want to say something that your mouth can't catch. This is not the time to do that. That's all I'm saying to you. And so just act with intelligence and things like that. And do that. Okay. And Jazz Everdice says, welcome. Please get the thumbs up. Please, please, please. It don't cost that much. In fact, it don't cost nothing other than to lift your finger and wherever it is on your computer or wherever it is. Because if so, I push the thumbs up for myself, but I just don't know where it is. So y'all are lucky. Anyway, okay, Chris. All right, Chris is January the 27th. So that means you're an Aquarius 9. You're in a 1 personal year, and yet you're in a 9 because you're born on the 27th, and 2025 adds up to a 9. So that means this year you're in a unique position to finish what you start and start what you finish, Chris. It is just that simple. Normally in a 1 cycle year, such as you or anybody, this is when they want to step out on faith, they get raises, get promotions, they take the initiative. They become really proactive about moving forward with what they want to do. But your key numbers are always the 9, the 4, and the 1 in that order, which means Tuesday is your best day, followed by, and in fact, Jamal Warner's numbers was the 9, 1, and 4. Your numbers are the 9, 4, and 1. Just reverse the last 2 numbers. So that meant yesterday may have been somewhat of a challenging day to you to a greater or lesser degree, Chris, okay? Because you got the same key numbers, you got the same opposition numbers, which is a 2, 8, and 6, right? Except you're in a different cycle because you're in a 1 personal year, and then you're in an 8 personal month, 4th for July. So it tells me something with your past, something of that nature that you growing up. And then when I did yesterday, you were in a 1 day, okay, which is a totally different energy. So your calendar might look slightly different, but anyway, that's what I'm seeing. Okay, this is my buddy out of Chicago. Thank you very, very much. This year is a year where you do a lot of growing up. Your key numbers are always the 6, 9, and 3. You will find that as we read up now, 6 people tend to, regardless where you see them, they always have a sense of love and understanding and the caring and sharing. They're always a work in progress, as I call it. And so this particular month for you is a period of time whereby, interestingly enough, so if I do 8 plus 7, this is a 4. So 4 is one of your stress numbers. So it tells me you need to be a little careful, although we're about to wrap up July for the most part. But if you find that you've been kind of like in some kind of restrictions or boundary type situations, that may be explain some of it. All right, Maureen, thank you. And Melanated Brown, how are you doing? All of them. And this is my also another buddy out of Chicago too, Steve and Carolyn Williams. And I gave her the number. I gave her, y'all heard me. I got witnesses. She said she got it. And this is Kanaya. She's going to be my guest on this coming Wednesday. And she is excellent. You know, I've been so blessed to meet so many wonderful, wonderful people that have studied astronumerology, and they develop their own unique skills. And you see what she brings, as they say, to the table. I don't know where that word came from. Everybody want to know what they bring to the table. Anyway, I don't know where that came from, but they always got these phrases. Peace and blessings to you too. Steve says, yeah, please make sure you hit that like button. Won't y'all listen to Steve? Listen to Steve, listen to Jazz, listen to Empress Well. It's not that complicated. All right. And Tara says, hi. I don't know where Queen Afua is. I gave her the information. But anyway, so yes, and two, yes, rest in peace. I'm, see, because I knew him from like when he played Theodore Huxtable in the Cosby Show as a young boy. And so, and you see how he evolved into his manhood and, how he came of his own and he found his own way after the show was over. And so, I know we all got to go, but, sometimes we don't expect people to go like that. And what I'm saying is that, God rest his soul, man, and I'm, thinking about his daughter, his mate and things like that. But, people say, well, there's a better place, but, I'm not rushing. I know I got to go. There's no question. All of us got to go, but we should try to make the most that life has to offer. Okay. And this is Kai Love. I'm late. Don't worry. We're all late. Jazz is not here herself. Not Jazz. Queen Afua is not here herself. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here. Yes, on the 20th in Costa Rica. Yes. I think when I did Costa Rica added to a 7. Okay. When I did it. So anyway, and he would have been 55 this year. And that brings me back to what Jazz Aphrodite was talking about when she was talking about the 55, when meat reached that age of 55. There must be something to that. You know what I'm saying? But this was totally different than the one she had presented, such as Tyler Perry and Fat Joe and P. Diddy and a couple others on that. Yes. Yeah, I understand, Caleb, definitely. I guess we all get a little sad because, especially when you kind of grow up with them. What app, please? Well, Teresa, it's my star 8 app. It's ASTAR, the number 8. Like think of a star in the heavens with the number 8 attached to it. So it's ASTAR number 8. Download it, okay? And yes, peace. And thank you, Carla, for loving the app. Okay. And this is my buddy from London. So I'll be seeing you in about maybe 3.5 weeks or so. Okay. This person says, Big Toe, by the way, I never knew we shared the same numbers. And I did nothing but rest yesterday. Rest in power, Michael Jamal. Does that mean, sir, you were born on, or something? Does that mean you were also, your birthday was also celebrated on the 18th of August too? Okay. Yeah. Some people do. That's like saying everybody's going to get it at the same time. No. Okay. So, and also you can go directly to the website. If you don't want to go to your app store or your Android store, just go right to my own, star8.com, and you can download it. Then when you go to my app, you got a choice of whether you want to download it with this platform or that platform. Okay. So everything is right there for you. Okay. Now, how do you get this book? Where's my book at? This is the book she's talking about. This is by Jazz Aphrodite. This is her third book. Okay. It is excellent, like her first two books. And she'll get it. I think she'll post it for you where you can get the book. All right. And when I do, I'll make sure I flash it. Oh, right here. See? She was right there. One step ahead. That's where you get the book. Right here. Okay. Excellent book. This is my go-to book. This is a book I use a lot on the show. Because it's an easy reference. I don't have to go through a lot of things, as many books as I got. But this is she designed this where it's an easy reference book to just know where to go and you're done. That's it. And you're more than welcome, Kilo. All right. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Hope number by number. Yes. Yes, I love my numerology family of the 21st century. They all know who they are. Yes, hope by numbers. I know who you are too, my Libra lady. So anyway, okay. Yeah, I agree with you, sir. Mercury retrograde. This is, I gave her that one about 10 minutes ago now. I have no idea why. And but what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my promises. So I might spill a little over on Wednesday because I want to make sure the Queen of Afua gets her dibs in, talk about the ascension for the women. Also the wellness warriors. There's a men's section too. Because normally I'll lecture to the men's group each year before they have the event. And so what I'll do is I'll make sure, but then I cannot leave out my main guest who I'm waiting to get on with excitement. That is Kanaya Sashu. She will be on in Wednesday. Okay. This is Chris. Chris, I read you already, buddy. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Samuel. Yeah. Let me see. This because you got a Mercury retrograde on. All right. Yes, Lily, you're absolutely right. This is, people hear about it and they say, well, and then they want to know why the phone act up, the computers act up, the car act up, communications is all messed up. And it's all because of this planet. And the Mercury went retrograde on the 17th of July and will last through the 11th of August. And then there's one more coming up. They're all under water signs this year. Okay. So water periods. And so I forgot the one in November. I'll think of it offhand. I normally keep these in mind. Okay. Okay. And Chris says, what's up, family? This person said they thought Mercury just finished. No, it is just beginning. It's retrograde, but we may still be feeling it. No. There is a shadow period. And if you talk to astrologers, so although Mercury went retrograde officially on July the 17th, sometime they'll say about a week and a half before you get to it before it really kicks in. And then on the other side, which ends on August the 11th, then you got another about a week before. It's a kind of a fade in and peaks and then fade out and stuff like that. If you can kind of look at it. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Lloyd, please put your banner information on the screen. Yeah, I really put my banner. I got Queen of Afua's banner up here too. This is hers. I always forget to put mine, but I'm going to put, this is my banner. So, and had you not mentioned it, it wouldn't have got there. All right. So I'm going to let that up there for a minute. And I will say this, I am going to be doing on the 29th, a second Palmistry segment for the year. It's going to be a 4-week course. Okay, it's very affordable, easy payments, whatever the case is, all at once or installments, up to you. And it's designed to really study the hands. Okay, so let me show you this. So let me get this straight. This is it here. Okay, let me get this off a second. The banner. That will be on July the 29th. I believe it's a Tuesday. I think I know it's a Tuesday, if memory serves me correct. and I'm going to be teaching about the hands. The hands are very powerful. And yes, it is on a Tuesday. The moon will be in the sign of Libra. So if you want to join the palmistry course, and then by the way, I'm going to be recording a brief segment leading up to it to kind of pique people's interest about, and in fact, the segment I'm about to record will be on palmistry and relationships to find out how many times you're likely to marry, how many children you're likely to have, and other things like that. Why some marry, why some don't, all kinds of things. Why you might live longer than your mate, why your mate might live longer than you. There's a couple of, the hand tells a whole lot. Almost everything that affects and impacts you is written on your hands in some way, shape, or form. Okay, from the fingers to the nails to the thumbs to the fleshy parts on your hands and whatnot. I mean, it's just incredible. So please take advantage and get the click on the QR code, sign up for the course, and I'll see you next Tuesday, a week from tomorrow, and that should be a lot of fun. Okay, now, because I don't promote myself a lot, but I need to do that. Somebody said you need to promote yourself. Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay. So let me go back to comments. And what time is it? Okay, we got 10 to 8. Yeah, so even if she got on, it would be just enough to say hi and bye. So I'd rather not do that. And I'll wait till Monday. Till Wednesday, we'll work that out. And then I'll have Kanaya on. So it will go over extra. Okay. Okay. Somebody says they're Ace of Clubs. Okay. From what Jazz says in her book, I think Jamal Warner was an Ace of Clubs too. Okay. And those are the teenagers from what I understand. Okay. You have 3 X's in one hand, okay? It all depends on the X. Normally, if the X is in the center of the hand, see underneath my fingers is my heart line, and beside my thumb there is my headline. That's curving down. If you got the X, that means, right, I would mark it, but that simply means a person who has a natural affinity for the metaphysics, whether it's what I do, palmistry, whether tarot, whatever the case is, but that means they have a natural affinity for it. But all that I go into details too. I go into details, okay. Let me see. Yolanda says, peace, her birthday is May the 1st, and her husband is January the 27th, married. Oh, you just got married, okay. All right, so let me do this. Oh, excuse me. She says, thank you, dear. Malcolm was at 8 o'clock and he died on the 8 o'clock day. Wow. See, that's interesting. That's why I got the people as my, you know what I'm saying? That's why I have a good show. Thank you. So now let me get back to this person. Hold on. Married. How you going to get married September 29th and it's not here yet? I don't know how you did that, Yolanda. Maybe you mean you're going to get married on September 29th, but you got married. That's in the past tense. So anyway, peace and love. Your birthday is May 1st. Okay. Now, you're 1 and he's a 9. 1s and 9s go together. They're both 5 numbers. You are a fixed sign. He is a fixed sign. Okay. That's good and cannot be so good. It all depends. Because when fixed signs get together and they both stuck in their ways and nobody's budging, it's that illustration where there's 2 mules with their rope tied around their neck and they trying to go in the direction and they can't go because one is just as strong as the other until they decide to either go one way together or another way together. So that's how you would do that. Well, but it makes sense. You're in a 6-person year, which is your year for marriage. Looking at that, he's in a 1 cycle year, which means he really wants to do himself. Okay. But me and my husband, we married. Maybe it's a different year. Maybe you're married in 29, but you couldn't have married in 29 and 25 because it's not here yet. But maybe that can be clarified. But nonetheless, it tells me, oh, and here's the interesting part. Your numbers, Yolanda, are the 1, 4, and 9. His numbers are the 9, 4, and 1. And the name Yolanda, by the way, adds up to a 9. I believe it adds up to 18, which is a 9, if memory serves me correct. So that means he met his match. And he met your match too, because y'all are no joke. Okay. So that's all. So Lily Rose says, woo woo is true. Okay. Yes, there are some other planets in retrograde at this moment. Maybe we'll talk about that the following Monday. All right. Go to the sky. What time we got? It's not quite 8 o'clock yet. My birthday's on Sunday the 27th. The app shows the 26th as a 3 red star day. So that tells me you are that means because you're a Leo, just like him, except you're born in the July side of Leo. Well, Malcolm was born in the August side of Leo, but you would still have the same. Your numbers are the same as Malcolm's. Your numbers are the 9, 1, and 4. His numbers are the 9, 1, and 4. Your opposition numbers are the 2, the 6, and the 8, or 2, 8, and 6, and that was Malcolm's also. So if I'm looking at it, Sunday's one of your best days. It should be a double green star day. I don't. Now, the 26th, the day before that, that's true. I would agree with you because 8 is one of your stress numbers. Saturday is one of your stress days. Yes. And it's in July. Yes, you're right. It'd be a triple red star day for you. So what that means, and especially since you're in a 52-day critical cycle, just take it easy that day. I ain't saying just go hide under a rock. You know what I'm saying? Don't y'all touch me. Don't y'all call me. But I'm saying whatever you do, whatever you got to do that day, do it with situational awareness. Pay attention to what's going on around you. And a lot of times now people are so much in a fog looking at their phones and in a daze that things are in blind sight. So yes, you would be correct. It will be a triple green star day, but yet on that Sunday, the 27th, it should be a double green star day. Technically, it should be a 3 green star day. Okay? Because Sunday's your day, 9 is your month, and late July into August rules the sign of Leo. So yes, on your app it will show a double green star day, but you're absolutely correct. In fact, let me do this because hold on. Do this 1 second. See? Whoops. Let me get this off a second. This is what your chart looks like. See, on the 27th, it's a double green star day because it's Sunday your day and 9 your number. But on the 26th, it's a triple red star day. That's not the day I would pour everything into what I got. I wouldn't try to say I'm going to play $1 million in the lottery unless you're prepared to just give it all away. All right. I would make sure that whatever you do it with some caution. This calendar is not designed to make you paranoid, but make you aware. That's all it is. And so these red days should be what I call cautionary days, not evil days, not enemy days. It's not that kind of party. It's just so you can make intelligent decisions about what you're doing. Going to a movie, maybe no big deal. You know, trying to sign a business for a contract, I'd say I'd wait another day. Okay, if the case on the 26th, but you're absolutely right. So your calendar is the same as Malcolm Jamal Warner's. And so I would say that tomorrow is going to be a good day because tomorrow is a Tuesday, which is friendly to the number 9. It's one of his best days. And your numbers are the 9, 1, and 4, and it's the 22nd. So yes, tomorrow is going to be a very good day, but on a Thursday and as a Saturday, as you see, and it's leading up to your birthday on Sunday too, just take it easy. No big deal. But Sunday and Monday's not bad too, because at least you got 1 green star day. Everybody got you got your own individual calendars. It just so happens that your calendar matched perfectly the calendar for Malcolm Jamal Warner, which I think was excellent. Okay. And in fact, you will have your similar. You will have the number 9 to the left because you're born on the 27th. The planet that's evolving around to the right is the planet that governs the number 9, which is Mars, except your name will be above there. Now, when you see that crown to the right of the Malcolm Jamal, that means that's a paid service. And so when you see the crown next to you, that means you're entitled to get all the bells and whistles, okay? You can do as many compatibilities as you want to. I think for the free one, maybe you can do maybe 1 or 2, and that's about it. And even then, I think it's 1 or 2 a month or something like that. I think you can do more than that, but you can't do a whole bunch of them. Okay. Then it'll save it. Then it'll establish a history. So you can just go back and click on the history and whatever the case is. But you got the same calendar as Malcolm Jamal Warner. That's what you got. Okay. So anyway, let me do this. Let me look at my time. It's about 8 o'clock. I need to just make sure that everybody, this is interesting. They said, what should I pay attention to during this retrograde? Simply take your time, try not to buy electronics, make sure that you're communicating, and don't talk with an assumption. Well, you know what I mean. Not with Mercury retrograde. No. For some reason, people just don't quite seem to be on the same page. Okay, that's all it is. This is when people get into arguments. Then after the 11th, when Mercury ends, we're trying to figure out what we was talking about. Why was we arguing? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's those kind of things. So it's a phenomenon that takes place every year, 3 times a year. So it's in a water sign this year. So next it'll be in an air sign the following year. Before then, it was in a fire sign. The year before that, it was in an earth sign. So the elements always rotate. They don't discriminate. It's earth, fire, earth, air, and water. Then, so it's water now. So it'll be fire next time, then earth and air. So that's the rhythm of it. I just want to make sure nobody made any donations. Let me see. Okay. Tony Spruce says they were born April 28th, Leo rising, and they're Aries too. No, yes, they're Aries. No, excuse me, you're Taurus. Your Aries is in Saturn. So is my Saturn return. And I kicked it off with my car being totaled in May 5th. Any advice? That's interesting. Actually, to be honest with you, May is not one of your best months. See, your numbers are 1, 4, and 9. And your opposition months are always in January, followed by May, followed by July, followed by October. And on that day, it was because it was a 6, it was a 6, it was a 5, it was a 6th day. It was the 6th day when that happened, which is one of your stress numbers. Your opposition numbers are the 6, 8, and 2. 6, 8, and 2. Those are your stress numbers. Yours is just in reverse as Michael Jamal Warner's. His was 2, 8, and 6. Yours is 8 first, then 6, then 2. And it was in May. May is one of your stress months. Okay. So that's it. Anyway, here's the thing. Your car may have been totaled, but you weren't. So that in and of itself is a blessing. Okay. So it all depends on how we look at it. Yeah, well, you said it's a good day, man, and my car got all totaled and I can't drive no more. But the fact that you walked away, okay, sometimes we got to know where to count our blessings. That's all I'm saying. Not to say you didn't, Tony. I'm sure you did, okay? There for the grace of God go I. But a lot of times you'd be surprised. We human beings are something else. King Simon, my brother, got the greatest title for his book. Numbers are simple, but people are complicated. He needs to write another book called Numbers Are Simple, but People Are Very, Very Complicated. I'm going to tell him to write that book too, add to it, okay? James says he is born. Now, this is an opposition kind of relationship. He's Aquarius. His wife is a Leo. Her numbers are the 8, 1, and 4. Your numbers are the 3, 4, and 1. So that means since y'all got 4 and a 1 and a 1 and a 4, 4 would rule February, 4 would rule August, 4 would rule June. So you may have either met on somewhere around late January, February, late May, June, late July, August, or you may have went out on a date on a Sunday or Monday. In your case, your other day that she don't have is Thursday. The other day you don't have is Saturday. Other than that, I think that is great. And so I would say you probably got married somewhere. I would hedge my bets around February, August, or maybe June, or you first met or dated around February, June, or August, or got engaged around those times. Anyway, I wish I had time for you to give me some feedback. Anyway, okay. I want to thank all of you. My time is up. My time has passed up. I really got to go. I will see you all on I will see you all on. And by the way, this is her link to get her book. Please, okay, Jazz Aphrodite. Please click on that. Get your link. Make sure y'all all do that. I'm just want to make sure that anybody donated. If y'all did and I miss it, I will make sure I got it coming up on Wednesday. All right. I don't know what happened, Queen Afua, but I got witnesses. Y'all heard me talk to her. Jazz told me how to get the text to her. Bam. Paste, copy. She said she got it. But Mercury's retrograde, so no one is to blame. Okay. So everybody, I do want to thank you very, very much. I love all of you. Thank you very much. And then I'm going, so let me, before I get off, let me do the sponsors, please. This is who I'm having on my show Wednesday. Hold on, let me do this. I'm having Sister Kanaya Sashu. She's going to be on. It's going to be a great experience. Her expressing her numerology through her music and whatnot like that. So that I'm looking forward to. Then I'm going to be talking about the Drake family. All right, and it's so interesting. I was trying to get the birthday. I'm going to show you the assumptions I came up with, and y'all help me find it. Also about the Drake children. Not only were they all sevens, but they all got another thing in common, which I'll share with you too. And I was going to do it today, and I said, no, I'm going to wait till Queen Afua comes on. So at any rate, on the 25th, on the 25th, this Friday, I'm going to be on Queen Bee's show, Numbers Matter. I'm going to be talking about Palmistry just several days before my class starts on the 29th. The hand is so important, you have no idea. And by the way, this is Jazz Aphrodite's book that you'll all need to get and have as a reference. And this is her second one. And this is her first one. Okay, so let me get to the rest of the sponsors now. Okay. This is from Vanessa and Corey Best. I thank them very much. Melinda Valentine, better known as Queen Bee or Numerologics, is having her promo. I think it should be ending. I think it may have ended yesterday, but I'm sure for the people who want to get it, she'll extend it. All you got to do is say you heard it on Live with Lloyd, and she'll probably do that. But they're all for $50. She was going to discount $50. That's how much it is. And she says, no, let me do you all a solid. So if you want to get it dirt cheap, this is how you get it. Very, very affordable. Okay, no excuses. And then, of course, King Simon, my brother, he's having his on, he's in part 2 of July now. So go to his patreon.com/Numbers in You Production. Also, Monique of Nicholas, Brooklyn, 1396 Fulton Street. Then Miss Kimberly Manifest on Purpose, and she is a business astronumerologist now. That is her niche right there. So for those of you who are starting a business and want to explore the possibilities of your business from a metaphysical lens, go to Kimberly, KIMBALEY.com. And the first, I think, 30 minutes is complimentary, okay? And of course, my buddy, Uchenna Hackett, who has done a lot for me. In fact, he was the one that inspired the app that you're now having your possession, and me having a course on Udemy. And of course, saving some of the best for last, Jazz Aphrodite's Numerology Institute that begins on the 10th of August, which is kind of right around the corner. For those of you, as you see, the July newsletter is absolutely free, but July is almost over. It's a wrap. But if you don't want to read the forecast for each of the month in July, you can always go to the link of your sign, click on it, and you will hear the video, the audio version that we do each and every month to accompany it. Again, please, for those of you, join and join with me and see the importance of your hands. I got some doozies, and it's so interesting. You'll never look at people's hands again, and you'll never look at your hands again in a different way, but it will tell you quite a bit about yourself. So everybody, I thank you very, very much. Queen Afua, God bless you. I don't know what happened. I will find out. I'll reach out to her after this and try to see what's going on. But in the meantime, all of you have a very, very wonderful day, and God bless you. And to Brother Jamal Warner, brother, rest your soul. I know that was the last thing you thought that would happen. So all of us, every day is a precious day, and none of you should take a day for granted. Okay, that's all I'm saying. You'll all have a blessed day, and y'all take good care of yourselves. Bye.